Ah, I just screwed up my nails. I thought I could take a video while I'm waiting for my nails to dry, but then I touched one of them, and it's already got so many layers. Look, I did my nails. I did them specifically for Trans Day of Visibility Day 20. That was a lie. I did them because I felt like it. Today we are talking about misgendering and dead naming. So misgendering is when you use the wrong pronouns for a person. So my pronouns are they. So if you call me he or she or any other pronouns, because there's other ones out there like thon and z, and I forget others. But if you use any pronouns that's not they, them, their, then you're misgendering. Dead naming is when you use someone's birth name if they've chosen a different name. So my birth name's Corinne, but I go by Corey. So if you call me Corinne, you're dead naming me. And these are shitty things to do to a transgender person. Just really, really shitty. Like, in the trans community, if you're really mad at someone, you still use the correct pronouns and the correct name, no matter how much you hate them. That's how shitty it is. Even if you hate people, you don't do it to them. Unless you're also really shitty. There might be some people like that. What's it like to be misgendered? It happens, for those of us who use they pronouns, I think it happens a lot more than people who pick he or she pronouns. Because even though the singular they has been part of the English language since at least the 1500s, used by Shakespeare and dogs are barking. Used by Shakespeare and by that one English lady who wrote, oh my god, I can't remember her name. I've read like a whole bunch of her books, Pride and Prejudice and all that. Anyway, she uses it. Ooh. Anyway, point is, it's been around for hundreds of years, but people get real. People are, as soon as you say, hey, I use the singular they as my pronouns, people go, oh, that's not grammatically incorrect. I can't do that. It doesn't matter if it hurts your feelings or anything, because it's not grammatically correct. Well, fuck grammar, because grammar is bullshit that people just make up, and then we change it all the time anyway. We just change it a lot. Being misgendered is like Chinese water torture. You know, the idea with Chinese water torture, supposedly somebody's tied down and water's just dripping on them, drip, drip, one at a time. First it's not so bad, but it keeps going, it keeps drip, drip, dripping until the person feels like they're drowning, because it's just this little things over and over and over again, and it never ends. That's what being misgendered feels like. It's hard to correct people sometimes when you're misgendered, because sometimes correcting people leads to a whole conversation that you're not mentally prepared to have. Sometimes you've corrected the person so many times that it just feels like it's not worth it anymore. Sometimes when you correct people, they get mad at you. Sometimes you get really defensive, or they do things like yell at you because they're like, well, I'm trying, that kind of thing. And then they try to make you feel like the bad guy for having pronouns that are different than they feel like using. So yeah, correcting people can be difficult, and people sometimes want to be real nice and say, oh, they think they're being real nice by saying, just it's okay if you correct me, just let me know, I'm learning, so please please help me. But like, there's a certain point where I'm having to do a lot of work in this situation. Like, this is a relationship between you and me, you the person who is learning my new pronouns, and me the person who feels pain when you get them wrong. And at a certain point, it doesn't feel like you're actually carrying your part of the load. It's all on me to keep correcting you over and over again, and then listen to you say sorry, and then tell you it's okay or whatever. Like, it's not that bad. It is that bad. It's not okay. It really sucks. It's shitty, shitty stuff. And if we say that to people, they're going to get mad at us. Or maybe they're going to feel really bad, and then they want us to take care of their emotions when we're already feeling bad. It's just a crummy situation all around. So, I don't know. That's just something to be aware of. Maybe don't ask transgender people to help you when you fuck up. Maybe just, I don't know, think about what you're saying. Go over it in your head a little bit. You know, when you do get it wrong, correct yourself. Just correct yourself and move on. Don't, you know, just be like, well, I heard that they did this and this and this. That's fine. That's fine. There's no discussion needed. Nothing. Just simple correction. Yeah, and I don't know, if you realize that you've been fucking it up over and over again, like for a long term, and it seems like maybe it's too late to correct yourself. It's not. Just be like, shit. You know what? I realize I was fucking up your pronouns this whole day. I'm sorry. I'm gonna make a conscious effort to try to do better. And I don't believe it is your responsibility to keep correcting me, because this has been, you know, you've corrected me lots, and we've gotten to a point where maybe I need to find some strategies to help me remember, instead of depending on you to do the emotional work all the time. So anyway, that was a whole bunch of stuff I just said, and that I would probably never say to a person in person. And yeah, so really hoping there's no blowback from this. Thanks. Bye.